What's going on, y'all? Attorney Tom here. It's time to react to TikToks that should be illegal. My editor has gathered a compilation of TikToks from throughout the week. We are going to be reacting to them and saving the worst one for last. Let's jump right into it. Look at that. That was good. Look at that. That was the intro. That was it.
So if you're
Did somebody say you can't park there?
Can't park there.
Okay. The hard part about this is, let's just say that this fell and hurt somebody. Who are you going to sue? This is likely the maintenance job of the government. So obviously, you know, maybe they hired some contractor to install it, but how long has that been there? If it's been years, it probably falls under the government's jurisdiction. It's probably their responsibility to maintain it. Obviously, we don't know all the facts. What if a car hit the other pole, which caused it to fall? So it's not really the government's fault. So, well, I guess we don't have enough information, is what I should say. But if it just fell on its own and you're suing the government, what do I always say about suing the government? Suing the government sucks. There you go.
So if you're having a bad day, just be happy you're not the person who owns this car in this public lot. Because I have a hunch they're not going to be leaving that spot for several months.
They're definitely not leaving that spot. The car looks like it's on.
Because I have a hunch.
Oh, maybe that's just snow blowing. I thought that was smoke. That was a bad idea. See, that again, this goes into the whole I don't live in cold weather kind of thing. So maybe that's a mistake I would make. Because why would you live anywhere that it snows? Let's be real.
Thinking about the time when my baby ate a random leaf and I didn't know if it was poisonous or not, so I made my husband eat a handful of them to see if anything happened to him.
Wow, that is First of all, before the keyboard warriors get out there, there's a practical side to this. The practical side is it's your kid. You're going to do anything to protect your kid. Okay, I get that. Let's go over the hypothetical. Let's just say they were poisonous and the husband got hurt because he was forced to eat the leaves. I would still say no case. Right? Assumption of the risk. You're obviously eating them to see if they're poisonous. That's the whole purpose of you eating them, because, you know, you want to protect your kid. So it doesn't really mean anything if your wife, quote unquote, made you eat them because you consented to eat them. And the whole purpose of them was to see if they were poisonous. My brother, I don't need a bachelor party. His friend. They old schooled him.
You're my boy, Blue.
This is just like the movie Old School.
You're my boy.
Yeah, so it's probably still kidnapping, right? It's definitely battery, purposely causing harmful or offensive contact. But, I mean, realistically, once he realizes that it's his buddies and they're taking him on a bachelor party, there's going to be nothing to sue over. But let's just say that they hurt him, right? Let's just say that, you know, in the event of them kidnapping him, they severely injured him. Could he sue? Yeah, he could sue. This is an intentional tort.
I know something you don't.
Giving myself an old parking ticket I saved so the university won't give me another one.
I know something you will never know.
That person's a genius.
So this happened today.
No, I'm not who you're expecting, but your driver got arrested for things he had to take care of. So I figured I'd complete the DoorDash for you. Take care. Thanks.
I don't even want to give this post the time of day because it's Arby's. I would expect nothing less from the worst fast food restaurant ever.
I can't come in. I can't. I'm not going to be able to make it work today.
That's so bad. That's so bad. Y'all, look, I get it. If you hate your job, you hate your job. Like, I don't want to demean people for having a shitty job, because obviously everybody's got to work and it's hard to find work. But at the same time, like, if you're going to do this, you probably shouldn't be working at that place. Like, if you hate your job so much that you need to fake being injured, you probably don't need to be working at that job. Your phone can see infrared camera lights.
Actually pick up infrared lights. So if you're staying in an Airbnb, just turn off all the lights and it should come up any second. There it is. That's the camera watching me right now.
Interesting. You know, it's terrible, obviously, but those are very interesting cases. You know, like let's just say Airbnb, right? If you're bringing this case, what Airbnb is going to say, listen, we're Airbnb. We can't control a crazy, weird owner. We have no control over that. How can we be held responsible? But you're going to look at a pattern. You're going to look at what kind of vetting they did. Are there any incidents in the past? How many complaints there were? Is this a recurring problem? And that's going to help you build your case.
Oh boy, can't wait to help the
Cleaning the earth one step at a time.
environment. Yeah, help the environment.
That is hilarious. Is this something that we could sue over? Maybe a class action? Look, the problem is damages, right? How were you harmed? How was the person throwing away the cup harmed? What is the cause of action here? Maybe deceptive trade practices? You think you're being, you present yourself as being eco-conscious, but you're not? Is this a one-time thing? Does it happen all the time? I don't know.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
That sucks. Okay, as somebody who plays golf a lot, this is not a case. It sucks. The guy wasn't paying attention, but like this was not a unreasonable hazard. That's just, it's a bad beat is what it is. Holy sh**. What the hell? What the hell just happened? Where to even begin? Yes, it's a case, in case anybody's wondering. First angle is the premises owner, okay? Who's in charge of the structure? Who owns the structure? Why wasn't the structure sturdy? Now, what the premises owner is going to do is they're going to point all the blame on the tenants. And I'm going to assume that the tenants were not the owners of this property because it looks like a bunch of college kids. The tenants are going to say, you had way too many people that was on the property, making it unsafe. You packed this house in an unsafe fashion. This house was safe for normal living conditions, but you didn't provide normal living conditions. You threw a huge party where everybody was jumping up and down and the house collapsed. Fault is a spectrum. You're going to assign fault, but for the majority of these people, I'm going to assume that they didn't live there, right? Because it was one house. So if you are a guest, you can sue everybody. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to sue the landlord, the property owner, and the tenants. You're going to sue them both. And depending on what state you're in, depending on the facts, depending on the insurance agreements, depending on the lease, you might get a situation where they're jointly and severally liable. Basically means that regardless of the distribution, if you are a guest and invitee of this party, you can sue both parties. And regardless of the distribution, you can probably recover from both or one party in whatever amounts. Meaning, let's just say that the tenants or didn't have any money because they're broke college kids, you can still recover your full amount of damages from the landlord.
Big old booty too. It looked like he...
Is he okay?
It looked like he...
This video has no shot of getting monetized. Kid's been like that. Yeah, he's fine. Wow. Come on, bro. Dude, don't do me like that. Come on. I'm glad you're okay. Let's get a round of applause for the saw stop. Round of applause. That was great.
Vehicles, you gotta really look at the little things. See how close this panel is and how it's touching and rubbing? You can tell that at some point it's been in an accident.
Very observant. Very astute. Whoa! This guy's like Neo from the Matrix. If this guy got hurt, it's not intentional, so battery goes out the window, so you'd have to sue under a theory of negligence. There are no damages, so you couldn't sue, but, obviously hypothetical if he got hurt. Negligence, and then, how contributory negligent is he going to be? Assumption of the risk. You got into the hitting zone. You know that she is improperly trained or has any idea what she's doing. There you go.
Look at this fool. Look at this dude, man. Going in the right lane. Boy, somebody pissed somebody off this morning. Look at that. Golly, there he goes again. You'll kill somebody. Hey, look at him.
Use the right lane.
Road rage. Look at him. Look at this dude. He has lost his... Look, she just threw a cup of... She threw a drink can out the window at him.
In 2.9 miles, turn right to merge onto I-45.
Uh-oh, that's what happens. Oh, snap. Get him. Get him. I hope that's the law. Yeah! Yeah! Get him, baby! Tear his head up!
Good. Damn. The crazy thing about road rage is it's intentional, or something like that's intentional. And these weasel insurance companies, I promise you, I know what would happen. If this person tries to make a claim for either their property or their damages, I can promise you the first thing that this insurance company is going to do, or they're going to try to do, which is why it's important to hire a lawyer. They're going to say, well, road rage was an intentional tort. We don't cover anything intentional, so you're on your own. That's what they're going to say. Now, will that argument hold up? If you get a lawyer, you have a way better shot of beating it. All right. That's it. That's it for today's videos.